So, if you got here late, you might have missed. We are doing our celebration and recap of our week of action. So it started out way in the far kingdom of Prussia on Sunday. And then on Monday morning, we brought it home here to the ICE office where we shut down the garage doors for 3 hours. While volunteers from AU Detention Watch continued to monitor and support and canvass folks who are going in for their check-ins. But we know that ICE is not merely, as Elena was talking about, part of this international system of war and violence. They also operate to disrupt, to undermine everyday working people here in our city and around the country. And so ICE is not merely an instrument of political terror, they are also an instrument of economic terror in our lives. So after Monday, on Tuesday, some of us joined representatives from the statewide AFL-CIO, some of our siblings in the unions at the airport. Because one thing that organized labor is very clear about here in Philly is that when the government sends ICE agents to the airport, they are sending scabs. I'm not going to ask a Philly crowd what we do with scabs. They are going to have to cut that from the NBC broadcast. But it was so amazing to see union leaders from around the city and around the state take a stand and say unequivocally that ICE needs to get out of our airport, needs to get out of our city while they're operating to undermine the jobs of working people, to destroy the power of organized labor. While ICE is operating to take money, to take jobs away from working people, they're also operating to profit billionaires and corporations. So on Wednesday of this week, if you're in your mental calendar, we did Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of this week, up in Germantown, a very sweet group of parents and caregivers and a dozen or so small children held a little teach-in. And it wasn't just about what ICE is, though many of these kids already know what ICE is because they have classmates or they themselves are scared for their own safety. Because they've had classmates who have disappeared from the seat next to them. The kids in our city already know what ICE is, but they were there on Wednesday to learn that ICE runs detention centers in our state, like the Moshannon Valley Detention Center, where thousands of our neighbors are taken and held in warehouses. And that detention center is operated by a private corporation, and that corporation receives its loans and its banking services from Citizens Bank. And some of these kids at this teach-in were very sad to learn this because they're big Phillies fans. And they are cheering for our team as we start the season, but they had a message for Citizens Bank that if you want to continue to have your name up on our stadium, if you want to continue to ring the bell every time we hit a home run, because that contract is up for renewal next year, it's up for debate, for discussion next year, you have to stop funding the warehousing, the detention, the torture of our neighbors. And that is the sort of leadership we need from corporations like Citizens Bank to say that, as many other banks have said around the country, they will not give loans to people who run torture centers, to people who run concentration camps. We think it's a very reasonable ask from the folks who want to have their name up on our ballpark. But I want to bring it back to looking forward, to looking ahead to where we are going to continue to fight in the coming few weeks, which is here at City Hall. And I want to invite up It's amazing all the cool people we get to bring together when we do this organizing, including some really radical and amazing nuns. So I want to invite up Sister Linda from the New Sanctuary Movement to talk about the ICE Out legislation. And where did Sister Linda go? There she is.
Philly to be the best, don't we?
Yes!
Well, the deal is this. This week, I come from maybe a different point of view, maybe the same point of view as you, but for me, this week has been a very holy week. I am sure that some of you have attended services where you have heard about Moses confronting the Pharaoh in Egypt, and how he demanded, he went back time and time and time again to plead for the freedom of the Israelites in Egypt, and how Pharaoh pushed them back, pushed them back, pushed them back so many times. However, that did not discourage Moses, and we all know how that story ended, right? The Israelites were freed. That same power, that same spirit, that same energy that filled Moses can fill us, especially as we deal with this issue of discrimination and sadness and injustice against our immigrant brothers and sisters. So, we have another story that some of us have heard too. The story about this man called Jesus. And he was arrested, tortured, and crucified in a very public and demeaning way for not, especially in the sense that he had not committed any crime that would warrant this kind of treatment.
Love your neighbors.
Exactly, love your neighbors. So, these two people that we have been hearing about probably in our services as we walk through this week have been inspirations for us, especially as we deal with this issue of ICE legislation in our city. They met with the same, with the people who followed Jesus. Actually, you can kind of see where you are. Some actually could care less. They just kind of passed him by. Others actually followed him from afar, but were afraid to commit. So we have to figure out where we are in this spectrum. We hope that all of us here, especially as we deal with the ICE Out legislation, will definitely become involved and help us as we try to turn this around. I'm going to turn this around. I can't hold the mic. Okay, so this week, some of these stories have been played out by various members of our faith groups. Jay just talked to us about the members of the faith denominations on Monday that were arrested outside of the ICE office. We have the people in front of the sheriff's office who were also arrested for doing civil disobedience. We are encouraged and supported by the witness of these who participated in these events. But we're here today to call on members of our city council to follow the same example of these brave individuals and sign into law the no ICE legislation, which was presented to the city council in January. We applaud the efforts of Councilwomen Kendra Brooks and Drew Loudell for their courageous efforts to curb the ICE authority in the city of Philadelphia. We stand join with them as they demand the banning of ICE agents from wearing masks. We believe strongly that our law enforcement officers, many of whom are here with us today, should not be trained to perform immigration enforcement duties. We want our city to protect individuals from being treated differently based on their immigration status when dealing with government services. We don't want employers to discriminate against workers based on their race, ethnicity, gender, or sexual orientation. And we are strongly opposed to the federal government having access to data so that immigration agents can determine an individual's citizenship status. These are against our constitutions. They are a violation of what we believe to be right as United States citizens, and we are encouraging our city council members to take a stand against these actions that are happening actually in so many cities throughout our country as we speak. We deplore the idea that ICE agents can make arrests in city-owned property like parks. ICE can come in here and make arrests if they so choose. Or like parking lots, as Jay had mentioned, Target parking lots, anywhere. They have the right to just go in and do whatever they feel is right to do without the power of due process. So we are in complete agreement that there should be safe community spaces in which ICE would have no access. They would be churches, schools, hospitals, places that people need to be supported in their own daily lives. So, all of these things would be enacted by this no ICE legislation. So we are begging you to support us as we encourage our city councilmen and women to take action against this poison that is infecting our society today. We are determined to continue to speak out against the many injustices that have been committed by ICE during these past 16 long months. We lament the 47 lives that have been lost in ICE detention centers throughout our country since the beginning of this administration. And we call each of us to a spirit of courage and fortitude in the face of the unraveling of our Constitution. Perhaps you may not be called to civil disobedience, but how many here have a phone? Everybody has a phone, and you can all call your city council members and legislators. Each of you can make the decision not to be silent when you are in conversations which condone the violation of our Constitution and the wanton discrimination against our neighbors, whether that be with your co-workers, your family members, your church community. We have to speak out. We need your prophetic voice. We have to take a stand, and people have to know where we stand. This is our moment to be the Moseses of our day, to be the Jesuses of our day, the Mahatma Gandhis of our day, the Reverend Martin Luther King Jr.'s of our day. This is our time. Are we up for it? Slavery and injustice is sadly still a reality in our times. We are asking all of you to join in our movement to stop this encroachment on our civil rights, on all of our civil rights. When one person is discriminated against, we are all discriminated against. We are all in this together. Sadly, this legislation would not stop the presence of ICE from being in our city, but it would give a clear and loud message that the city of Philadelphia won't stand by while innocent people are being abused, attacked, and unjustly treated. So, on April 13th, look up your calendar. Let me see if I can find it on mine. On April 13th, right here in City Hall, on the 4th floor. Oh, it might not be on the 4th floor. It might be, is it in the 4th floor? Yeah, okay. On the 4th floor, they are presenting, basically there will be a whole day long presentation on the ICE, no ICE legislation. You are all invited to come. We need your presence. On the 16th of that week, April 16th, there will be a continuation of the discussion. And once again, your presence is really needed. So if you can make it, if you can come, if you can spend an hour, we encourage you to come and support the no ICE legislation here for our city. I thank you for coming. I thank you for coming today, and I thank you for your kind attention. And together we can make a difference. We can make a difference.
Thank you, Sister Linda.
Big gratitude for Sister Linda. Big gratitude for the work of New Sanctuary Movement. No están solos. No están solos. My turn. No están solas. No están solas. Juntos hacemos la liberación. Juntos hacemos la liberación. Sing the whole thing together. No están solos. No están solas. Juntos hacemos la liberación. Sing a harmony if you know it. No están solos. No están solas. Juntos hacemos la liberación. No están solos. No están solas. Juntos hacemos la liberación. Otra vez, otra vez. No están solos. No están solas. Juntos hacemos la liberación. Let's bring it down, bring it down. No están solos. No están solas. Juntos hacemos la liberación. Sing it out with your full heart. No están solos. No están solas. Juntos hacemos la liberación. This is for our neighbors who are locked inside. Together we will abolish ICE. This is for our neighbors who are locked inside. who are locked inside. Together we will abolish us. This is for our people. This is for our people who are locked inside. Together we will abolish. For our neighbors. This is for our neighbors who are locked inside. Together we will abolish ICE. This is for our neighbors who are locked inside. Together we will abolish ICE. Dance it out. This is for our neighbors who are locked inside. Together we will abolish ICE. Last time. This is for our neighbors who are locked inside. Together we will abolish ICE. Woo! I just saw a shirt that says Fuera ICE, go birds. 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 Si se puede Philly. Si se puede Philly. Nice, let's sing together again. This is a song that I wrote. We'll do it, we'll sing it together, we'll learn it, and then we'll sing it as a round. When we're singing together, we're kind of rehearsing the vision of a better world that we want. A world where we're working together, where we're listening to each other and speaking in as well. It's both listening and singing. We're rehearsing a better world together. Let's sing together. Ice, get off our streets. Can you sing that? Ice, get off our streets. Ice, get off our streets. Ice, get off our streets. All our neighbors should be free. All our neighbors should be free. Ice, get off our streets. Ice, get off our streets. Try the whole thing. Ice, get off our streets. Ice, get off our streets. All our neighbors should be free. Ice, get off our streets. Sing it out. Ice, get off our streets. Ice, get off our streets. All our neighbors should be free. Okay, we're gonna do it in a round. All these folks. Ice, get off. Ice, get off our. Ice, get off our streets. All ice, get our streets. All our neighbors should be free. Ice, get off. Ice, get off our. Ice, get off our streets. Ice, get off our streets. All our neighbors should be free. Ice, get off our streets. Ice, get off our streets. Ice, get off our streets. All our neighbors should be free. Ice, get off our streets. When you get to the last line, ice, get off our streets. Just keep singing that last line. Ice, get off our streets. Ice, get off our streets. Ice, get off our streets. Last time. Ice, get off our streets.
Soy orgullosa residente de Filadelfia y soy originalmente de Guatemala. Fui trabajadora de hogar interna por muchos años, viviendo en la casa de las familias para las que trabajaba.
Good afternoon. My name is Carmen Maria. I'm a proud resident of Philadelphia, and I'm originally from Guatemala. I was a live-in domestic worker for many years, living in the homes of the families I worked for.
Hoy trabajo como limpiadora de casas en Filadelfia y soy miembro líder de la Alianza Nacional de Trabajadoras del Hogar. Luchamos por los derechos de trabajadoras del hogar como limpiadoras, niñeras y cuidadoras, la gran mayoría mujeres inmigrantes como yo.
Today, I work as a house cleaner in Philadelphia. I'm a member leader with the National Domestic Workers Alliance. We fight for the rights of domestic workers, such as house cleaners, nannies, and home care workers, the vast majority immigrant women like me.
Estoy aquí porque el aumento en la aplicación de leyes migratorias está sembrando miedo. Y cuando hay miedo, las trabajadoras hablan menos, denuncian menos abusos, reclaman menos sus derechos. Eso nos hace retroceder.
I am here because the increase in immigration enforcement is spreading fear. And when there is fear, workers speak less, they report fewer abuses, they demand their rights less. That pushes us backwards.
En Filadelfia hemos avanzado, pero tenemos que proteger lo que logramos. Ganamos la Carta de Derechos de las Trabajadoras del Hogar. Tenemos el Acto Poder, que protege contra represalias, incluyendo amenazas relacionadas con inmigración. Y también estamos impulsando legislación para sacar a ICE de nuestra ciudad.
In Philadelphia, we have made progress, but we have to protect what we've won. We passed the Domestic Worker Bill of Rights. We have the Power Act, which protects workers against retaliation, including immigration-related threats. And we are pushing legislation to get ICE out of our city.
Aún así, seguimos preocupadas cuando la aplicación de la ley migratoria se intensifica. Miedo que se siente acá, en lo cotidiano, en el supermercado, en el parque, en la iglesia, en la escuela de nuestros hijos.
Even so, we remain concerned. When immigration enforcement intensifies, the fear is felt in everyday life, at the grocery store, in the park, at church, at our children's schools.
Para las trabajadoras del hogar, esto tiene consecuencias reales. Muchas trabajamos solas en casas privadas y cuando crece el miedo, se cierran los espacios donde antes nos sentimos seguras para hablar de todo: robo de salario, acoso o abuso. Las trabajadoras vuelven a las sombras.
For domestic workers, this is real consequences. Many of us work alone inside private homes. When fear grows, the spaces where we once felt safe to speak about wage theft, harassment, or abuse begin to close. Workers are pushed back into the shadows.
Pero nosotras somos más que nuestro trabajo. Somos madres, vecinas y personas que sostienen a esta ciudad. Llevamos a nuestros hijos a la escuela, cuidamos a nuestras familias y somos parte de este país.
But we are more than our work. We are mothers, neighbors, and people who sustain this city. We take our children to school, we care for our families, and we are part of this country.
Por eso hoy hacemos un llamado claro al Consejo Municipal. Pasen la propuesta de ley titulada Fuera ICE. Necesitamos una ciudad donde las instituciones públicas, como las bibliotecas, sean seguras para todos. Necesitamos una ciudad que proteja nuestra información privada para que no sea compartida con ICE. Necesitamos una ciudad libre de la amenaza de agentes enmascarados que detienen a nuestros vecinos, compañeros de trabajo y amigos.
So we have a clear call to City Council. Pass the ICE out legislation. We need a city with public institutions like libraries that is safe for all. We need a city that protects our private information so that it is not shared with ICE. We need a city free from the threat of masked agents who kidnap our neighbors, colleagues, and friends.
Ojalá los vea a todos el día lunes 13 de abril en la alcaldía para mostrar su apoyo a esta legislación muy importante. Levanten la mano si van a apoyar a inmigrantes como yo ahí.
I hope to see you all Monday, April 13th at City Hall to show your support for this very important legislation. Raise your hand if you're able to be there to support immigrants like me.
Necesitamos una ciudad que proteja la vida, no al terror. Gracias.
We need a city that protects life, not terror. Thank you.
Okay, so on Thursday this week, I and about a dozen other activists, some of whom I see in this crowd, went to visit Philadelphia Sheriff Rochelle Bilal. We went there because we met with the sheriff in February, a meeting we had to work pretty hard for. I think we had 3 rallies just to get that meeting. But we met with her and we delivered to her a bunch of ideas about how she could keep ICE out of the courthouse and how she could keep people safe when they're at the courthouse doing their business and protect the folks who are there every day documenting and putting their bodies on the line to document ICE arrests. And she told us she'd get back to us about that. She said, I'm going to think about it, give me a little bit of time, I'll get back to you. I agree, there's not much to think about, but we said, okay, take your time. It's now been 2 months and we haven't heard anything. So we thought we'd go get an update. Meanwhile, ICE has continued to kidnap folks at the courthouse multiple times a week, and we recently saw, for the first time, an arrest in family court. So it's obvious that they're not afraid of the sheriff, right? Whatever policy she has in place is not doing anything to deter them from using our courthouse, or courthouses, as hunting grounds to stalk people and locate people on some of their most vulnerable days and then disappear them from their communities. So we went to hear from her, and we brought our petition, which I'm sure many folks here have signed, which now has almost 7,000 signatures from around the city. So we get there, our scrappy little group, I would say like 12 to 13 people, only 2 elevators full. And when we told the employee at the front desk who we were and why we were there, she literally pulled the curtain down to shut us out. And then, guys, this is so funny. The sheriff's office is it's like a long hallway, and there's a front desk, window situation, and a main door. And so they shut the curtain on us, but then every so often they would pull it up, and we'd be like, hello, and they would shut it again. And they had both of the doors on the sides were open, and people were watching us, but we were like, come out and talk to us, we're happy to talk to you, and they would shut the door. Somebody was literally looking through the mail slot. I kid you not, crouching and looking through the mail slot. We were like, come out and play. No. So rather than meeting with us, someone came and told us that the sheriff was in a meeting. We said, okay, we're not in a rush. I agree. But, we weren't in a rush, so we sat down. We sang some songs, we did some chants. We were just about to start playing card games, a game called Bullshit. Suddenly, we were surrounded by 8 or 10, big sheriff's deputies, and they started arresting us. No warnings, no negotiations. They just were like, you need to get out of here, and they pulled us up. And I don't know if folks here have seen the video of me. I mean, look at me. Look at me and all my 5'1.5" height. A sheriff deputy literally hoisted me into the air and slammed me down on my butt, and then pulled my arms behind me and arrested me. In 3 minutes, the video I got from the Legal Observers is literally 3 minutes, 2 minutes and 40 seconds. And in 3 minutes, we go from singing and chanting and having a nice time to being shoved into the ground with knees in our backs and arrested. And I want to make a note that, our group was multiracial, and the 3 people who really got hands behind their backs, face in the ground, knee on the back, arrested were all 3 people of color. So, we're all out and we're okay now, but I just want to remind y'all, because there's been a lot going on. This is the same sheriff who back in January went viral, right, with that little video about ICE don't want no smoke. But rather than standing by that, what we now know is an empty threat, and rather than making, I think, pretty simple, concrete policy changes that will keep ICE out of the courthouse, she had her people brutalize us, her constituents, on camera. That was her solution, rather than just meeting with us and making a commitment to keeping people safe, which is her job. So, my message to Sheriff Bilal is this: we will not stop. our back. Every single person who was at that office is even more resolved today to keep fighting. For multiple of the folks on our team, that was their first time doing anything like this, taking that kind of risk, doing civil disobedience. And I checked in with every single person afterwards, right, because I was concerned about whether they were okay. And every single person said, wow, I wasn't expecting that type of response to, what we think is a very reasonable ask, and I'm ready to keep fighting. I'm so proud of all of the people who stepped up this week to tell ICE and all those who allow ICE to operate that Philly deserves better. And if you felt inspired by what you saw this week from us or from any of the other folks you've heard from, I hope we'll see you at our next general meeting on April 15th. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to pass it to Addie, who's going to talk about some similar fun that we got into on Friday morning.
Howdy, everybody. Go Birds. So, on Friday, a group of 12 brave individuals decided to get together in the morning and block the garage that ICE uses for almost 4 hours. It was pretty sick. In total, we prevented at least 4 ICE vehicles from leaving the garage for that time, keeping them from going out and doing the things that we really don't want them to do, like invading our city, kidnapping our neighbors, and letting our family and friends die in their hands. After hanging out and singing songs and doing chants and being very respectful, eventually DHS was on the scene and, in their words, kindly asked us to just move out of the way real quick so they could let the cars get through, and then we could go back to blocking it once the cars were gone. So what did we do? Shut it down! Now, around this time, also, a group of people decided to show up and start doing a Good Friday Mass, Good Friday service outside of the building. And actually, they ended up joining us in song for a bit. They were cheering us on, and they were really happy to see us doing what we were doing. We were happy to see what they were doing. It was a beautiful moment of community with people who were strangers to me, at least. And it was really awesome to see the power of the people in that moment. Now, because DHS didn't want to do their jobs, after about 2 hours of us blocking the garage, they eventually called their best buddies, the Philadelphia Police Department, who I can see are here to support us today. Hello! Long time no see. And after some initial warnings, 2 first warnings and a second warning, we backed up into the street and staged a die-in. Laying on the ground, all of us had name tags of the people who have died in ICE facilities. And it was very powerful. We continued to block any vehicles from conducting their business, and created a beautiful visual that, once again, our friends on the street were really happy. They came around, drew chalk outlines around us, prayed for us, and we got a lot of people that we weren't expecting to be there to join. Then, on behalf of ICE and DHS, Philly PD decided to arrest us in front of all of our new friends. Shame! Luckily, everyone was in and out within an hour. It was really awesome. And when we got out, there was actually music blasting across the street. We started throwing our own little party while we waited for all of our friends to get out. Personally, this was one of my first times doing something this bold with no ICE, and in the moment, the support I felt from the people in the action, the jail support, and like I said, the strangers we met along the way was really powerful, and honestly has made me want to continue and do more and just continue with this beautiful coalition that we founded. And if y'all want to get involved in something like this, please make sure to come out to our general meetings, see what else is going on. All the hands we can get, the better. Yeah, and thank y'all.
ICE out! ICE out! ICE out! ICE out! Amazing. amazing. It's so good to hear the stories of people coming together, of doing this work together like you're doing here today. Give me a hey if you were at any action this week. Hey! Give me a hey if you were at the Enterprise action last week. Hey! Some people here. Give me a hey if you were at the Enterprise action any of the weeks that it happened. Awesome. So we're targeting Enterprise who are renting cars to ICE. Shame. And I wanted to sing some songs with you that we sang there, and we'll keep showing up at Enterprise, and we're about to get an update about it. Let's sing together. The first song is, the time is right to do what's right. Put on the brakes. Put on the brakes. Don't rent to ICE. Don't rent to ICE. Can you sing that? The time is right to do what's right. Put on the brakes. Don't rent to ICE. The time is right to do what's right. Put on the brakes. Don't rent to ICE. The time is right to do what's right. Put on the brakes. Don't rent to ICE. One last time. The time is right to do what's right. Put on the brakes. Don't rent to ICE. Put on the brakes. Don't rent to ICE. Put on the brakes. Don't rent to ICE. Don't rent to ICE. Don't rent to ICE. Hey, Enterprise, don't rent to ICE. They use those cars to kidnap people. So Enterprise, don't rent to ICE. Sing that or do an echo. So rent to ICE, don't rent to ICE, don't rent to ICE, don't rent to ICE. Hey, Enterprise, don't rent to ICE. They use those cars to kidnap people. So Enterprise, don't rent to ICE. Don't rent to ICE, don't rent to ICE. Don't rent to ICE. Hey, Enterprise, don't rent to. Can you put your hands together? They use those cars to kidnap people. So Enterprise, don't rent to ICE. Don't rent to ICE. Don't rent to ICE. Hey, Enterprise, don't rent to ICE. They use those cars to kidnap people. So Enterprise, don't rent to ICE. One last time. Don't rent to ICE. Don't rent to ICE. Hey, Enterprise, don't rent to ICE. They use those cars to kidnap people. So Enterprise, don't rent to ICE.
I love the bell. We love the bell. If you're excited by singing those songs, if you're energized and outraged by what Enterprise is doing, renting vehicles to ICE across the country, I'm going to invite Donna up to talk a little bit more about that campaign.
Thanks everybody for being here. I don't usually have a drum section, so bear with me, because it's great. All right, my name is Donna. I'm here with No Ice Philly today because I can't stand by while my neighbors and their children are living in fear. I have met some of the people whose family has been detained outside of the ICE offices in tears with their babies in their arms, and it is awful. So, I have been supporting our campaign focused on ICE Enterprise Rent-A-Car, Enterprise Rent-A-Car, and I'd like to share a bit about what we're fighting for and how everyone here can help. Enterprise is a multi-billion-dollar company that rents its cars to ICE agents, meaning they are actively supporting the kidnapping of our neighbors every day. Our campaign is demanding that Enterprise cancel all of their agreements with ICE and the Department of Homeland Security immediately. Until then, you can help. We are encouraging everyone to boycott Enterprise and to attend our non-violent singing-based protests at Enterprise offices across the city. We are collaborating with the Rise Choir Collective and Singing Resistance Philly to host joyful events where we sing, inform passersby about Enterprise's collaboration with ICE, and we encourage customers to take their business elsewhere. There are also a number of other ways to support this campaign. There are flyers at this front table. What do we want? When do we want it?
Thank you, Donna. Those are indeed very joyful events every Saturday. I'm going to invite up our final speaker to ground us and guide us into what we're doing the next couple of weeks. Ahmet Tekelioğlu, who is the Executive Director of the Council on American Islamic Relations, or CAIR, here in Philadelphia. Ahmet.
Selam, give it out for Singing Resistance. Salam, so, you know, I'm a Muslim American. I'm Muslim, and what that means today is I might call a friend who has family in Iran and just learned that their family has died. It might mean that I call a friend who is from Lebanon and just be afraid to ask, how is your family doing? It means that for all of us, our tax dollars are in the service of injustice, whether it's in Gaza, in Lebanon, in Tehran, or here in our cities, right? Anyone from South Philly here? In my line of work, it means on any given Monday, I might get a call from our South Philly, Indonesian or Moroccan community and just hear that someone was kidnapped. On a Tuesday, I might hear from West Philly communities, a Bengali, a Liberian community member has been kidnapped. On a Wednesday, from Southwest Philadelphia, our Liberian, Ghanaian, Senegalese community members might have been kidnapped. On a Thursday, it would become Northeast Philadelphia, Uzbek, Afghan, Palestinian community members. On a Friday, it might be North Philly, and this continues and continues on. All the actions that No ICE Philly has put together, right, on all these days in this Holy Week, means that, we have something to do continuously. Going into the month of Ramadan, I had to advise so many mosque communities what to do if ICE comes in. Just this past week in Milwaukee, one of our community members, a Palestinian American, was kidnapped the same way Rumeisa Al-Suruk, Mahmoud Khalil, and others were kidnapped by 10 unmarked cars. This is the ongoing reality that our communities continue to experience. It's not removed from us, and that's why we need this city to sign up and to pass this legislation. That's why it's not a choice, and that we cannot let folks do just the bare minimum, right? That's why all of us here need to get 5 more people to follow the PIC account, the No ICE Philly account, the shutdown detention account, such that everyone can be brought into the series of actions that continue to take place. There are 8 detention centers in Pennsylvania currently. 8. And they're trying to increase that. And one of them, Abraxas, has children who are being abused, perhaps as we are here now. So the actions are not just with the city, but that we need to take it from there to the state level and all these other levels. So as I close, friends, in all of our communities, pain is there. For every GoFundMe campaign that we know, there's a family that's suffering, that's not quite comfortable to run a public campaign. For every person that we are able to help, there are many others that are going hungry or that cannot pay rent or that they need to just try to figure out, unpack and try to leave. Immigration attorneys will tell you that ICE is intentional in targeting bread earners. Cruel and intentional. And we need to be intentional in our organizing, in our actions, in our efforts to expand this circle and organize. Can we do that? Yes. God bless you all.
Yes, we must organize, we must stand up for one another. Let's sing a song about our dreams and beliefs that we can do that together. When the world's like this, can no one have peace? Yet I dreamt we were limitless and whole. When the world's like this, can no one have peace? Yet I dreamt we were limitless and whole. When the world's like this, can no one have peace? Yet I dreamt we were limitless and whole. When the world's like this, can no one have peace? Yet I dreamt we were limitless and whole. Sing it out. When the world's like this, can no one have peace? Yet I dreamt we were limitless and whole. When the world's like this, can no one have peace? Yet I dreamt we were limitless and whole. Bring it down, bring it down. When the world's like this, can no one have peace? Yet I dreamt we were limitless and whole. Sing it out now. When the world's like this, can no one have peace? Yet I dreamt we were limitless and whole. When the world's like this, can no one have peace? Yet I dreamt we were limitless. Sing it one last time. When the world's like this, can no one have peace? Yet I dreamt we were limitless and whole. Thank you, Philadelphia activist Sam Rice, for teaching us that song. Let's sing another one. We are here to speak our demands into the world, but we're also holding our grief, holding our demands in the same breath as our joy that they can never take away, as the care for each other, which they can never take away. Let's sing This Joy. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. No, no, no. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. All this joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it. The world didn't give it. The world can't take it away. Do you think you got it? Let's think about strength. This strength. This strength that I have, the world didn't give it to me. No, 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 no. The world didn't give it to me. All the strength that I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it. that I have, this hope that I have. The world didn't give it to me. No, 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 no. The world didn't give it to me. All this hope that I have. The world didn't give it to me. No, no. The world didn't give it. The world didn't take it away. Let's bring it down to sing about peace. This peace that I have. Ooh. The world didn't give it to me. No, 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 no. This peace that I have. The world didn't give it to me. All this peace that I have. The world didn't give it to me. No, the world didn't give it. The world didn't take it away. All this community that I have. This community that I have. Can you put your hands together? The world didn't give it to me. No, 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 no. This community. This community that I have. The world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it. The world can't take it away. Let's bring it home and sing about joy. This joy that I have. The world didn't give it to me. No, 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 no. This joy that I have, all this joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it. The world can't. The world didn't give it. The world can't take it. The world didn't give it. The world can't take it away. Yes. Amazing. Awesome. So glad we're together. So glad we can care for each other in this moment. Can we get some love for Kit Kittredge right here? Woo! The American Girl doll Kit Kittredge says, abolish ICE, fuck fascism. Yeah. Am I right? It's Kit, yeah? Okay, great. We're gonna sing Got to Go one more time. And before we do that, I'm going to teach you your part. If you weren't here, we're singing G-O-T-T-O-G-O. Hear that ice, you've got to go. We're out here to let you know. G-O-T-T-O-G-O. Sing that. G-O-T-T-O-G-O. Hear that ice, you've got to go. We're out here to let you know. G-O-T-T-O-G-O. G-O-T-T-O-G-O. Hear that ice, you've got to go. G-O-T-T-O-G-O. Hear that ice, you've got to go. Awesome, great work. Let's hit the track. We're gonna do a little track with it. Ice is in the streets causing endless friction. The government is selling us bold-faced fiction. We gotta stop them now, they won't take our city. Let's protect our neighbors while we keep it greedy. Baby, do you like to read? Like Orwell and Ray Bradbury. It's like 451 degrees. So baby, march alongside me until they're all free. G-O-T-T-O-G-O. Hear that ice, you've got to go. We're out here to let you know. G-O-T-T-O-G-O. G-O-T-T-O-G-O. Hear that ice, you've got to go. We're out here to let you know. G-O-T-T-O-G-O. G-O-T-T-O-G-O. Hear that ice, you've got to go. G-O-T-T-O-G-O. Hear that ice, you've got to go. We are people waking up in icy tension. Ya no están solos, you got our attention. People standing by, come here, get with it. America's been here for a damn hot minute. Baby, do you like to read? We're out here to let you know. G-O-T-T-O-G-O, G-O-T-T-O-G-O. Hear that ice, you got to go. Hear that G-O-T-T-O-G-O, G-O-T-T-O-G-O. Hear that ice, you got to go. G-O-T-T-O-G-O. Hear that ice. Keep going, keep going. What's it take for you to get lost? What's it take to bring ours home? Hurry up and get the hell out. Feel like you got to go. What's it take for you to get lost? What's it take to bring ours home? Hurry up and get the hell out. Hey, ice, you got to go. Got to go. You've got to go. G-O-T-T-O-G-O. Hear that ice, you've got to go. Woo! Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thanks for standing up to protect your neighbors. Please check out Rise Choir or Singing Resistance to get involved in our work.
Thank you, PAX. Thank you, Rise Choir and Singing Resistance. Thank you, Anabayan Drumline. Thank you to all of you who showed up this week, who took action, who took a risk, who tried something new. Thank you for being here today. Thank you to our incredible sound team with the People's PA. We will see you back here next Saturday. Pennsylvania Immigration Coalition is having a rally here next Saturday afternoon to continue to increase the pressure on City Council. But most importantly, we will see you that following Monday, the 13th at 10 a.m. up on the 4th floor there. You can get here early and get through the line a little faster. You can get here late, but show up on the 13th at 10 a.m. to tell your City Council people that they need to take action, that they can take action, that is the right thing to do to protect our neighbors. Thank you all so much for coming. Get home safe, get home with a buddy, take care, have a good weekend.